Tom Brady,
Now Brady wanting to go long.
considered the GOAT by many. He's sitting in retirement with 7 Super Bowl rings. But he's not satisfied. He wants to go for 10 rings. But in this episode, we're going to have him come out of retirement secretly as a rookie. Going in the draft under the name Bom Trady. Not very creative, but it's what we got. As you can tell, this guy looks nothing like Tom Brady, but that's what Brady wants you to think. Tom's scouting report, no surprise, is absolutely glowing, except for the physical ratings, which are poopy, obviously. What's hilarious is the negative physical traits made it so he was not drafted first overall. He's literally a 99 rating, and the AI still didn't take him number 1. That actually allowed the Patriots a chance to repeat history at the number 2 draft spot. However, they declined, and they decided to go for this strong-arm quarterback out of Clemson, which is even more hilarious because after the draft, I checked his ratings, and he looks even worse than Mac Jones. Tom actually continued to fall in the draft until he was drafted to the most unlikely of places. The New York Giants. Yes, the team that had given Tom so many fits throughout his career had unknowingly drafted him. Truly a shocking setting for him to start up his career again. As the new quarterback of the New York Giants, Tom has a few demands. Number 1, fire Daniel Jones into the sun. Number 2, sign a wide receiver that knows how to play football. So they call up the other New York team, the New York Jets. They're able to trade for Garrett Wilson for just a few thirds and a trash can. With DJ gone, Brian Daboll has absolute confidence in Bom Trady, but that could just be him being happy that Daniel Jones is no longer his starting quarterback. Tom put in a stellar debut, tossing 3 touchdowns and 470 passing yards. He was throwing some absolute dimes. Even though he was padding the stats tremendously, they ended up falling to the Cowboys here in week 1, 32-28. This enraged Tom. Tom vows to never lose again. So in his home debut against the Lions, he absolutely dominates, launching missiles all over the field. And he would continue this stretch for a while, but win after win, he got more and more worn down. He is an old man after all. So he actually got hurt and ended up missing a few games. So that means Matt Barkley, the backup, had to play. And then they ended up losing another game. Brady wasn't having it. So through the rest of the season, he put up some big numbers. 4,000 passing yards, 30 touchdowns, and a 14-3 record. Tom cooked in the divisional round, no problem, so they moved on to the conference championship, but this time it's against the Cowboys, the team that beat him in week 1. So he took that personally. Tom was fully locked in, but he found himself losing in the 4th quarter. So he did what the GOAT does best. He clutched up, throwing the game-winning touchdown and moving on to the Super Bowl. For such a strong season, no surprise, Tom wins Rookie of the Year. But he didn't come here for awards. He wants more rings. And he's got another Super Bowl opportunity against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. This led to an absolute battle. Mahomes tied up the game with just 2 minutes left, and it looked like they had a lot of momentum going into the end of the game. However, we all know that leaving Brady any time at all is too much time. Saquon Barkley rips off some electric runs, getting the team in field goal range. They could have kicked the field goal, but Brady didn't come this far to let the game be decided by the feet of a kicker. So he calls a hot route, getting Isaiah Hodgins wide open, and they got in there to get the go-ahead touchdown. Mahomes tries to counter on the next drive, but he ends up choking, fumbling the ball on the final play. That is ring number 8 for Tom Brady. This video is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is a fantasy sports app that is famous for their pick'ems. The pick'ems are simple. You make at least 2 picks at higher or lower, and you could end up winning big. The more picks you throw on there, the higher the payout. For this week, I like Josh Allen higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns. I also like Bijan Robinson higher than 25.5 receiving yards. If you want to find those or any other pick'ems on Underdog, you can use the link in the description to download it, and make sure to use code NTE. If it's your first time downloading Underdog, they'll match your deposit up to $500. That's a big number. It also helps out the channel directly every time you sign up, so make sure you use code NTE. Playing Underdog Pick'ems makes football even more fun. I really enjoyed, and I hope you guys do too. Thanks again to Underdog for sponsoring this video. I then decided to skip 10 years into the future to see Brady was up to. I know he had the milestone of 10 rings, but unfortunately for him, he had not won it just yet. Seemed like he was fed up with his time in New York. They did not get another Super Bowl ring. So in 2028, Tom tested free agency. A lot of bidders everywhere, but hilariously enough, it looks like history repeated itself again, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers once again got Tom Brady on their team. But it wasn't a walk in the park for Tom Brady. It took him another 5 years to win another Super Bowl ring, this time in 2033. Patrick Mahomes, seeing Brady win his 9th ring, he decides to call it quits. It's kind of funny to think Tom Brady's had 2 careers now, and then Pat Mahomes knows he's never going to win as many Super Bowl rings, so he gives up. With his contract up, Brady moves on to a new location, a familiar state, but not the same team. He's going to the New York Jets this time, which is weird because a lot of these teams he's been on have been like his rivals throughout his career with the Patriots. Maybe he just wants to see what it's like on the other side. Now, I'm not too great at math, but I think at this point in his career, he's like 56 years old or something. So he's pushed his body to the limits. He's only got 1 year left. He decides this is the last year. He's going for it all. Either he wins his 10th ring, or it's all over. Knowing this is the end, Tom Brady now has a fire lit under his butt cheeks. Another strong season, winning the division, and easily grabbing a playoff spot for the New York Jets. If only it were that simple to win his Super Bowl, though. He is tested once again, being down in the 4th quarter. But it's Tom Brady we're talking about. The old man continues to add to his legacy, throwing this back shoulder beauty for the touchdown. However, it's not over yet. The Colts tied the game with just 1 minute remaining. But just like before, say it with me, you left too much time for Brady. The 56-year-old man scrambles for a first down in slow motion, shocking the world. But the world was not ready for what happened next. In the pocket, with just seconds remaining, Brady throws an absolute dime, winning the game, moving on to the conference championship. What an insane victory. And now, I thought I had seen everything, but then I saw Joe Burrow as the starting quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens. Weird simulation we're living in. This bamboozled me so much that it actually had the team down 21-0. Therefore, it was time to go Brady mode, which led to a massive comeback. Touchdown, touchdown, another touchdown. And before you know it, this game was tied up at halftime. It's the NFL playoffs, though. You got to clutch up at the end. Brady finds himself down by 4 with 2 minutes left. But this is easy mode. 2 minutes for Brady is like an infinite amount of time. However, this might be his clutchest drive yet. Scoring with just 7 seconds remaining. Grabbing the victory. Moving on to another Super Bowl. He's worked his way here. Double-digit Super Bowls. He wants a ring for each finger. Now we enter the big time. The chase for ring number 10. Who needs all those first 4 quarters? Let's just skip to where it gets juicy. Tied 24-24 in the 4th. This is a career-defining moment for Brady. Driving down the field, he does what he does best. Getting a touchdown, going ahead. But it's not over yet. The Lions are driving down with just seconds left. They get an opportunity to throw it to the end zone. But it's batted down, and therefore Brady has done it. Clinched his 10th Super Bowl ring. Mission completed. That was a fun and silly experiment,